Hey everyone, it's Jessica here from Albuquerque on Sunday evening. I just wanted to pop in and do a short video because I had the TV on, which is something I don't often do, to the channel for 60 minutes. And today there was an interview with Sheryl Sandberg, obviously the second in command at Facebook. I found the interview to be intriguing, and although I've watched Sheryl on TED before give a speech, and I've seen her book, of which now I'm for sure going to pick it up, called Lean In. And I can tell you I was a bit offended, I'm going to use this word later, so please take note, of the interviewer and how she was almost on a personal attack of Sheryl. What's interesting about Sheryl is she's been a leader as a female in our economy. She's a Harvard graduate, and she was taken by her economy professor onto the White House after he was at Bank One, and he had taken her as an assistant there. And from there, obviously the CEO of Google approached her back when there wasn't any offices or any business units and asked her if she would be a manager over all the business units. And interestingly enough, she said, well, there really aren't any business units. And that's when he put his hand on her paper in front of her and said, Sheryl, when you are given a seat on the rocket ship, don't turn it down. Well, she was successful at Google for a few years before she was then romanced, if you will, professionally by Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. And interestingly enough, she became the second in command there at Facebook. As I was watching the interview, I watched the body language of the interviewer, and her questions were very much almost in attack mode. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because a lot of women have been attacking Sheryl Sandberg for her book and her concepts and philosophies that women aren't doing enough for their own careers in order to keep up, keep pace, stay on salary as men. And granted, there are many, many other things going on that can assist or that keep women from being in the positions that they could be in. But Sheryl is suggesting that we are also responsible for that. Well, she has begun a movement. It's in people's living rooms. She does them herself, and lots of women want to give a lot of excuses. She's a billionaire because her husband's also extremely successful entrepreneur. And we want to give ourselves excuses about why we're not where we're supposed to be, why we're not receiving the same salary, why we're not an executive or in the C-suite of all these corporations. My experience from the pharmaceutical industry is that there's very few women in upper management. As a matter of fact, as a manager there, amongst about 45 managers, there was only 7 female managers. And when I became a specialty sales professional, I covered all of the state of New Mexico in a very large city in Texas called El Paso. I had so many women tell me there's just no way they could do the drive. There's no way they'd be away from home every other week in a hotel. And what they don't want to understand is that's their choice. And my choice in order to progress with the company that I was in, I wanted to do that job. It was exciting in itself. The location was essential, the top leading area for the medications that I provided. And I can tell you that we women often we're our own worst enemy. We give ourselves so many reasons why we're not somewhere in our life. We want to blame it on the economy. We want to blame it on a man's world, when essentially it's fear and it's guilt. So many women want to have families, and they've heard all their lives. It's a patterning. Well, you can't really do both. You can't be extremely successful in both. Why? Maybe you can't be extremely successful in both, but you can be really good at both of them, I believe. And although I'm not a mother, and potentially never will be a mother, I don't have a desire to have children. I have lots of animals and enjoy them, and I've had lots of pet sitters take care of them when I was in my career. But I can tell you that everything we do is a choice. And if we choose to take the step up, if we choose to run for President of the United States, just because there hasn't been a woman yet, if we choose to be CEO of a major Fortune 500 company or Fortune 100 company, understand that we'll be expected to do the same things that men do. We're not going to be given any breaks because we're a woman. But if we want the job, we need to step up to the plate and ask for it. And so what I'm going to ask with you is, of people listening to this video, is take accountability for your life and your experiences. Don't blame. Life is all about choices. If you want something in this world, go get it. And I want to recommend reading the book Lean In. I'm going to read it and get a few friends together over coffee and chat about it and see, is there anything that you can do different in your career that will have you living the life you desire. I'm also going to attach the TED video of Sheryl Sandberg's talk. I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for stopping by and listening to my evening discussion. I appreciate it, and I really do hope that if you're a man listening to this, that you will be inspired to read the book also and know how you can contribute to your wife's career or your spouse's career. And if you're a woman, I'm just asking you, take accountability. If you want something, go get it. All right. We'll chat soon. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.